Agents, Philip Thomas here, and it is officially New Year's Eve and the vendor has just reset. Before we get into this video, I just want to say thank you again for all the support. Thanks to those who are letting me post these videos in their Discords. Division 2 has such a great community and I'm happy to contribute by making these videos. So let's not waste any more time and get right into it.
Good to see you.
Alright, we're going to start off with the OGG A3P with 13k base damage with the measured, distanced, and cannon. I do not like these two talents right off the bat. The damage is really good, base damage. I love measured. These two right here, not a good thing. I mean, you can leave distance, but you got to get rid of cannon on this. Now let's drop down to another submachine or assault rifle, the OGG A3. We have 12k base damage with Sadist, Allegro, and In Rhythm. And then we have the Tactical M1911 with 28k base damage, Spike, Weapon Handling, and Protected Reload. Not too bad. I wish the damage was a little bit higher, but still not too bad for a pistol. The backpack here, let's check it out. We have 38k armor, we have 3.5 crit chance, 8% crit damage, and 12,000 armored with safeguard and vital. Let's see, the chest piece, 42k armor, 143 skill power, 14k armor, 7.5 crit damage, 6.5 headshot damage. I like that armor roll. I wish it was a little bit higher though. Self-adjusting talent, which isn't too bad. I actually just recently saw a build that focused on armor regen. It was pretty sick, so I'll be kind of looking into that a little bit more. The offensive mod here, we have 1% weapon damage, 2.5 weapon handling, and 5 optimal range. Nothing too special there. The drone for the whole slot is 22 deflection duration. That's pretty good. The housing slot is 63.7 duration, so 2 duration mods. I would say the best thing here would be, let's see, the base damage on that's pretty good. The enhanced A3P, the base damage is pretty good. Measured is good. You could live with that and then just replace cannon. So that's going to do it for this vendor. Let's shoot on over to the clan vendor. Alright guys, we are here at the level 30 clan vendor. Let's see what he's got.
Good of you to stop by.
Starting off with Invisible Hand with 13k base damage. Fast Hands, as always, Perfect Allegro, and In Rhythm. I wish that base damage was a little bit higher, but still always a good assault rifle to have. Aces and Eights Mask, we are looking for crit chance, and we're going to get it. 7% crit chance and 24% damage to elites. Hardwired Gloves, do not want to buy those. 119 skill power and 7% LMG damage. You definitely don't want to buy those. Aces and Eights Gloves, we have 5% shotgun damage and 5% LMG damage. Let's skip those. The MP7, 10k base damage, which is pretty high for this submachine gun. Ranger, Extra, and Rooted. Not too bad, actually. Base damage is pretty good. Ranger, Extra, Rooted, not too bad. Not too bad. The double barrel sawed off. We got 170k base damage, bread basket, Allegro, and Rooted. That's actually a pretty decent roll for that. Bread basket, Allegro is always nice to have on those. Let's check out the Holdings holster here. We have 725 skill power with 30k armor. Let's check out the FAL. We have 14k base damage on empty. Reloading from empty grants 30% weapon handling for 10 seconds. We have Optimized and Rooted. Not too special there. Let's check out the LMG here. We have a pretty high roll base damage, 13.5k. We have Sadist, Optimized, and Everlasting. Let's check out the Kaiser Gloves here. We have 20k armor, 8% marksman rifle, 5% LMG with clutch. Critical hits restore 20% of missing health and repair 1% missing armor. Let's check out the Overlord chest piece here. We have 44.7k armor, 5.5 weapon damage, 8% crit chance, 7.5% crit damage with Berserk. That's actually not too bad. Check out the utility mod, 110 skill power, 66 shield power, 166 skill power, Seekers. So that's actually not too bad if you're running the Seekers. The shield has the holstered regeneration at 58.6%. Let's check out the hive mod, 43.2% healing, and the pulse is the 26.1 radius. All right, so I wish that was a little bit higher for the invisible hand. My pick would probably be the chest piece here, because you got the 5.5 weapon damage, 8% crit chance, 7.5% crit damage. Those are pretty high rolls with berserk. So that point blank overlord chest piece would have to be my go-to there. So that's going to do it for the level 30 land vendor, and we are going to shoot on over to our next location. Alright guys, we made it over here to the theater. Let's check out what he's got.
Always nice.
We're going to start off with the SASG-12 shotgun with 78k base damage, ranger, distance, and cannon. Both of those put together again, but the base damage is pretty decent. Let's check out the MK17, 37k base damage, lucky shot, magazine capacity is increased by 20%, missed shots from cover have a 100% chance to return to the magazine with Allegro and double duty. Check out the Overlord gloves here. We have 6% LMG damage and 5% marksman rifle with opportunistic. The Sidewinder knee pads, we're looking at 8,000 armor with 30% health on kill. Give me a good defensive mod. We need a good defensive mod. Let's see this. We have 7,939 armor, 1% health, and 1.5 to total armor. I wish I could see those 4s again right there for total armor, but I'll take total armor all day. Let's check out the Seeker Mine Drive slot, 36% health. The shield mod, that goes in any of the slots, 269 shield skill power. That's pretty good. Let's check out the vac pack for the payload, 4 max targets. I'm going to go ahead and say the best thing here would probably be, honestly, I'd kind of skip over everything here. The base damage of that MK17 is not bad. The shotgun base damage isn't too bad either. The talents aren't my favorite. So, I mean, nothing really jumps out at me here. I really wish that that was higher than 1.5%, but the 7,000 armor is a bonus. So if you see anything here that you can use, come snag it. You got 6 days. If I had to get something, I'd probably get the shotgun here and probably re-roll that. But that's going to do it from the theater. We are going to shoot on over to the campus and see what goodies they have there. Alright guys, we made it over here to the campus, and just so you know, there is a blockade, so you're going to have to handle that before you can trade with the vendor. But now that we got that out of the way, let's see what she's got.
Are you looking to
We're
make
going
a
to start
deal?
off with the Paratrooper SVD with 44k base damage, fast hands, distanced, and in rhythm. I like distance on the sniper rifles, who doesn't? Next up is the RPK 74 with 13k base damage, sadist, optimized, and protected deploy. Next up, the Fenrir Screw Mask. We have 3.5% crit chance, 16k health, and capacitive, 15% skill duration. Next up, the China Light Holster with 407 skill power and 19k health. Let's see the utility mod here, 58 skill power, 4% grenade damage, 2% explosive damage, not too bad. Next up, the Chem Launcher, 39.8% duration. The Hive is 32.3% health. And the Pulse is 41.5% charge speed. I would definitely take this duration of the Chem Launcher. That way when you're fighting multiple enemies, you know, it kind of helps heal you up a little bit longer. That'd probably be my pick here. Nothing really else jumps out at me here. Unless you're using the Pulse, charge speed's always good. The utility mod's good if you're running Seeker Mines with the explosive damage. So that's going to do it from the campus. We are going to shoot on over to the next spot, which is DZ West. All right, we made it to DZ West. Let's see what they got.
Take a look.
Starting off with the Tactical Super 90 shotgun with 91k base damage. Pummel, 3 consecutive kills, refuels the magazine, and gives you a 40% weapon damage boost. I like Pummel. It's for PvE. It's kind of tough to proc that with PvP, but if you can do it, that's some massive damage. Jazz Hands, and Everlasting. The Urban MDR, 30k base damage. That's actually a pretty good roll. Bread Basket, Extra, and Overlap. The Badger Gloves, 20k armor, 11k health, 1.5 crit chance, and 5% pistol damage. Check out the Holdings knee pads here. We have 11,000 health with calculated. Now let's hope we get a good defensive mod. Let's see, 2k armor, 3.5k health or percent to health, and 2.5 to total armor. I am liking this. It's better than the 1.5, but you also get the health boost and a little bit of armor. That's actually not a bad mod if you missed out on those 4% ones. The Seeker in the payload spot, 6 extra mines. That's always nice. The Gyro slot in the shield, 74% health. In the Firefly, 18.3% speed. I would easily say, if you're a shotgun guy, not too bad. That's a pretty good base damage roll. The defensive mod right here. This would be my pick from here. If you missed out on those 4% total armors, this gives you a little health kick and armor kick and a little sweet bonus of 2k armor. May want to grab a couple of those, stick them in your bag for later until those 4% come back. So yeah, that's going to do it from DZ West. We are going to shoot on over to DZ South. All right, here we are at DZ South.
Anything I can show
We're going to start off with the MP5 with 13k base damage, close and personal, Jazz Hands, and protected reload. I am liking this setup. It's a good base damage, so definitely worth checking out if you're looking for a new MP5. Next up is the FAL Assault Rifle with 14k base damage, spike, stable, and greased. After that, we have the X45 pistol with 22k base damage, strained, Jazz Hands, and double duty. Next up, the Araldi Holdings backpack with 15k armor, 22% skill haste, skilled, and self-adjusting. Not a bad setup there. Let's check out the chest piece. 8.5% crit chance, 14% headshot damage, and mad bomber. The offensive slot, 1.5 weapon damage, 1% damage to armor, and 1% damage to health. Those are some pretty low rolls. Pretty disappointed in that. The drone battery slot mod, 86.1% health. Now the turret targeting slot mod, we have 51.1% health. This backpack and the chest piece are actually not too bad, as well as the MP5. So DZ South definitely has a couple of good items. I would definitely pick that up if you're looking for some heavy headshot damage as well as some heavy armor boost for your backpack. DZ South is definitely the place to go. Now that's going to do it from there. Let's jump on over to DZ East and see what we got there. Alright agents, last but not least, DZ East. Let's see what she's got.
Want to make a deal?
Starting off with a marksman rifle, the SRS-A1 with 85k base damage, steady-handed, distance, and zen. Next up, we have the LMG MG5 with 11k base damage, close and personal, optimized, and recharged. The Douglas and Harding Mask, 19k armor, 247 skill power, 18% skill haste with trauma. Once every 30 seconds, an enemy with a headshot is blinded for 5 seconds. Does require that marksman rifle though. The Summit Alps holster, 32k armor, 15k health on kill, and 30% hazard protection. Let's check out the utility mod. 99 skill power, 1% grenade damage, and 3.5% bleed damage. Let's see the chem launcher, 4 ammo. The Hive is looking at 297 skill power, and the pulse is 47.1 effect duration. Not too bad for that. That wouldn't be a bad one if you're running pulse. Nothing really jumped out here. It's going to be tough to top DZ South. There's a lot of good stuff in DZ South, but if I had to choose something, I would definitely do the Summit holster here with the 15k health on kill. I know it's not that great. It's got the hazard protection too, but nothing really here jumps out all that much. So that's going to
Thanks for
do
the
it for this week's vendors. Thank you guys again for supporting the videos. Thanks again for those who are letting me post these in the Discords. If you're finding this information useful, please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button so we can get some more of these videos going. Also, the Sunday night sessions have been going amazing on Twitch. So if you get a minute, hop on over to twitch.com/PhilipThomas_, and you can join us on those Sunday night sessions. This Sunday was a riot. So hopefully we'll see you guys around there. Until then, we'll see you next time.
Come on, let's do it.